A man, Lord, Machiavelli production. Notorious M.A.D. Lil Chad and Slender Dad vibing straight bustin' no cap. Friday night screen lit fame hitting our lap. Culture thick, no yeet from the trap. YouTube grind minds locked in so we adapt. Brahma bull cackling loud, bourbon on the rocks. Scheming like the GOAT, comedy unlocks. Mad chismo, cold as ice, won't fold. YouTube legend verdicts drip sharp like a judge's code. Brr skirt skirt that, brr skirt tat that. Brr. Ascending crew, let's get it. Stack them racks, laughs hit diffy. Dumb fades can't match these facts. Popcorn, poppin' chill vibes, brew sippin' slow. Prime time screens live, we slap, we glow. Now that we're pulling up clean, double the cup of the lean. Shit supreme from the H to the Bay. Third ward holding it down. Crew lights the fuse, blazing wild, no snooze. Voices boom loud, screens poppin', set the cruise. Grind levels up, shine hits, claim that juice. Rise quick, savage, laughter high, can't lose. Put a skirt that. Skirt tat that. We here to break the mold, eat the basic behind. With tales that slap and laughter intertwined. A quest to marvel where drip defies. In this lit realm, only passion flies. Skirt skirt that. Skirt tat that. A sinning squad goes hard, blazing trails we pursue. Laughs hit like heat, dumb vibes getting cooked anew. Popcorn lit, locking tight, roll swift, no lack. Prime stream zooms, global tap, we stack. Skirt, skirt, that, skirt, that. OM's here, yo.
No, he's not. This is the week that the man keeps imp away.
And we are running lean tonight.
Yep. At some point, others may join. But don't count on it. Yeah. But that's okay, because you've got Slender and you've got me, and we had oh, hold on.
Mad Chismo on the scene, using his laptop still. Did you ever get your computer fixed? Guess not.
He's working on it. We'll give him time. All right.
All right.
Well, let's see what we got.
On behalf of Mad Chismo, what's Gucci, my ninjas?
Yep.
What's Gucci, my ninjas?
There he is. We have Copied Kitty, who came in first for once. Good. Just completely snaked, because it's usually Josh Hammond or one of the other, or Tina.
Sometimes bad take.
Yeah, so good for Copied. Good job. Let's see. Everyone, especially emo hipster guy named Imp, he is not here.
He will never acknowledge that, despite the fact that Josh Hammond says it every time.
Every single time. FKHC, Hail, Bad Take Bojan in here, Soul Assassin. So thanks for hanging out. Mad, how's things going with your tech issues?
Good. Got it fixed. On the PC again. Everything I've done for the past 3 years is wiped away. So fresh start.
Fresh start. Oh no.
Oh no.
Do you still have the hard drive?
Yeah.
But everything's gone? Did you reinstall? Oh, did you format the drive?
Had to.
Damn.
Yep. Yeah. So, starting from fresh, guys. New beginnings.
I mean, next time, if you want to pay me like 60, 65 an hour, I can do a little bit of data forensics. I can do that kind of recovery.
I'm just going to be honest. I trust Slender with the tech support, because Brahma's like, we had no choice but to fresh install.
Brahma was only there for support. It was imp.
It was mostly imp. I left. It sounded like we were going in the right direction to get it recovered. If you wanted to recover data, then you got to start downloading like Knoppix, which is a Linux boot. And you got to make a Linux bootable, and then you do a Linux boot, and that can usually recover some of the data.
Well, too late.
You pull that off. It's a lot of work, and honestly, I don't know.
It's not like I had anything important.
By the way, Slender, I found what I think should be the magic card for a West Virginia wizard. Would you like to see it?
Am I a West Virginia wizard? Oh, that's actually exactly what I look like most of the time.
Yeah, you go. It was on the drive that freaking was deleted.
I like those NVGs too. How does it get him to fit under the hood?
Yeah. So that's I can't tell you because obviously Slender uses an avatar, but seeing this, I'm just like, this is his calling for if magic becomes real.
My beard is not quite that white yet, but it's getting there.
Oh, by the way, Matt, have you been watching any of the highlights of the preseason games?
A little bit.
Shador Sanders is apparently going to create a quarterback controversy. He played well. And Anthony Richardson is never going to be a guy who can start more than like 4 games a season, apparently.
Oh, he dislocated his pinky.
It's just he did it on like the 3rd play of the first preseason game.
Well, he didn't do it. I believe it was the giant man that tackled him.
He ran into him. Well, that sack was on him, but it's fine.
Josh Hammond, are you referencing the YouTuber Real Life Fake Wizard? I don't think he likes me. I've jumped in his chat once or twice and just I've gotten into some serious arguments with his people. Because it was specifically when he was talking about, oh, we gotta boycott, not buy anything because they're raising the prices. And I'm like, dude, they raised the prices a decade ago, and you've all already demonstrated you're willing to pay them. We lost this war already.
Can I ask you a serious question?
Ooh, that was a dime.
Is it starting trouble with a chat as much as when Matt is on LitDev's channel?
No, no. I was much
idea what
more
you're talking about.
I was much more reasonable than that. And honestly, I mean, I agree we should fight the prices, but going after Nintendo like they're the problem, it's like, no, they're all the damn problem. If you really have this problem with prices, you need to stop buying games altogether.
Oh,
it sucks, but
I did want to, as a follow-up to our last week, we discussed the Gene campaign for American Eagle with Sydney Sweeney.
What
and
do
apparently,
you have okay.
this is a real, apparently, and this flew completely under the radar. She was also doing stuff for Baskin Robbins. And so this is her ad that she did for them.
Is Baskin Robbins the really, really bad one?
The ice cream place? I mean, there's
an ice cream place
flavors.
that has all sorts of flavors that they named after like gay stuff, right? Like
no, that's Ben and Jerry's.
Oh, Ben and Jerry's, okay.
They are gay. So, as far as I know, like, no, Baskin Robbins is just the generic national ice cream chain.
Josh Hammond, to clarify, I don't dislike his videos. I watch them repeatedly. I think he makes some good points, but he skirted my argument, and I'm sorry. Like, it has to be addressed. If you're going to complain about Nintendo raising the price to $80, why aren't you complaining about the fact that most games cost at least that, if not more, with the way that they segment things and put them behind paywalls now?
And I would say since Tim Couch.
I would say that he's pretty much, yeah. I think Couch was the first #1 pick post Testaverde because they moved and became the Ravens. So he's effectively saying the same thing as you, just slightly different. But I know Mad's probably seen it. I love the Browns fan who has the jersey with all of the starters' names since like they've moved there.
That must be an extra large.
Yeah. Let's see, Eric. Hopefully the Sweeney revenue gets winter white chocolate back at Baskin Robbins. But here, check out the ad. Let's see what we think.
Dude, Josh Hammond, that's a joke. I don't even know if he realizes I exist. I don't care.
Is that Sydney Sweeney? Oh yeah, it is. She really loves our rainbow.
By the way, I love the 21st century idea of the whiteboard name tags because people go in and out of these part-time jobs so quickly that you're like, it'll be a cost savings thing if we can just
I figured that was more in
whiteboard their
line with the
names,
fact that nowadays, since you can change your gender or your name at will, and you don't need to go through any legal process to do so, they could just write whatever they wanted on there, on what,
Is it
based on whatever gender they were feeling that day.
is it just me, or is every time I see Sydney, what's her name?
Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, every time I see her, I'm like, oh, that's her.
You're like, oh, from the neck up, I feel like there might be some conditions.
Everyone says she's hot, but she's kind of mid.
I mean, I don't know. I every time I see her, it's like I'm seeing her for the first time because I never know what she looks like until I see her. I'm like, okay, that's her. And then the next time I see her, I'm like, oh, that's her.
It's most of the time it's because people are like they're being very restrained in this ad. They're usually emphasizing the goods more below the neck.
Oh, sure, bet. She comes here all the time.
Wait, seriously?
Hey, Sydney. Your signature scoop is ready.
Thank you. What?
That's so cool.
Yeah. It can be.
Okay, what's
I
wrong
like.
with this?
No, this is my point. It's advertising is starting to write themselves, which is good.
Summer's looking sweet at Baskin Robbins.
Oh,
Trevor
some
I'm
Noah
seats.
sorry,
on
that
City
commercial
Media.
is not
Available
working
at
for
Baskin
me.
Robbins nationwide for a limited time.
They do bloopers. Can't even handle.
She
the,
seems like a sweet girl, but
yeah.
okay.
I don't know. That one didn't do it for me.
Slender saying she's mid has me rethinking my promo of tonight's episode.
What'd I say?
Fair
The
enough.
Here's the thing. In the jeans commercial, she was not mid, but that dress is not working for her. Sorry, it's just not. It's not.
That's because the jeans was emphasized. I'm telling you, her. How do I put this? Her assets are her boobs, and you've got to lean into it. The American Eagle 100% leaned into.
Yeah,
the
and
boobs.
that dress is flattening those things
Yeah,
out.
exactly. Like Baskin Robbins should have been going for a V-cut thing that was pushing them up. Would have been a little bit better.
Baskin Robbins should have had her wearing the frickin' blue jeans.
A combo promo with American Eagle.
Hell yeah. Like you could have done like a collab type commercial where like this is the commercial after the commercial where after she's done filming for the blue jeans, she walks across the street to the Baskin Robbins and has been like, I've been filming all day, I need some Baskin Robbins, you know?
Brahma with the official conservative bro answer. Put her in a sundress. That's
Sundress would have been a better choice, I don't disagree.
Southern Belle. It makes me want to eat an ice cream sundae. I couldn't care less about Sydney.
I had ice cream earlier today
Yeah, ice cream
from Stone Cold.
Creamery, Stone
Yeah.
Cold. Yeah, that's fancy ice cream. It's really good. They put
Every
all
time
the
I go in,
toppings
I break glass, and they're like, "What are you doing? That's not. It was a different Stone Cold."
You also just
yeah.
start pounding Bud Lights.
All right, that is hilarious because no shit. Before we started the show, I was watching the 1992 Royal Rumble. It just came up in my YouTube feed like the entire match, and I was like, "Oh, I'll watch this." By the way, I forgot how much the old WWF worked in casual racism. When Virgil, right, the one black wrestler that they had at the time, that wasn't like Samoan, I'm talking like actual black. He comes out and Bobby the Brain Heenan immediately is like, he was like the 23rd guy out here. How much time did he have backstage to go through purses?
What?
Oh, that's fantastic
Also,
too.
why would there be so many purses backstage?
Because they're all
1992.
prima donnas. You know this. Hollywood men carry purses.
So yes,
In
if you're wanting,
1992 wrestlers,
It's a satchel.
fanny packs probably.
I would play it, but I'm pretty sure the WWE
Yeah, no, you'd be
is
claimed
super hard
immediately.
on copyright. But it's
Yeah.
it's 47 minutes and 33 seconds in to the 1992 Royal Rumble when that starts happening. Go and enjoy if you want to check that out.
Now everyone is correcting Mad because it's the Cold Stone Creamery, not the Stone
God.
Cold Creamery.
Don't let the truth get in the way of a good joke.
Maybe it was just a joke.
Got to check them purses for any toys to not be thrown at the wrestlers.
I have not walked into any store in broken glass.
Here's the thing, if those kind of
On
toys were being
entrance.
thrown at wrestlers, they'd probably end up getting used in the match and it'd be awesome.
Here's the thing. If that kind of thing was happening in the 90s, Vince McMahon would have made a wrestler whose gimmick was throwing them.
Yeah.
But here's a fun fact about the WNBA.
Or hitting
where
other
this is-
wrestlers in the face with them.
Matt, you see all the ads for sports gambling, I'm sure.
Of course.
The WNBA currently,
Yep.
there's about it's by about 25%. There's 25% more betting
Yep.
on the color, and if a adult toy will be thrown at a WNBA game, then all of the game's winning match scores combined. Like,
Yeah.
the only thing they're betting on is like, because somebody yesterday it was purple instead of green, and apparently there was a 4-to-1 higher payout on purple. So all the people who bet purple were like sharing their videos, like, hell yeah, I just made like thousands of dollars.
If the WNBA wants to increase its popularity and revenue, it needs to embrace dildo throws.
Dude, they should have guys walking through the stands like, dildos! Get your dildos here!
Yeah.
Okay, I had this ready to go, but since we naturally segue from the WNBA, I want to play this clip because this bitch.
I want to let you know something, though, before you start the video.
Yep.
What is happening with the WNBA is so iconic that somehow I found out about it.
I know.
Did you notice that I've been keeping up with this conversation?
I know. It's because it's hilarious. This, by the way, is Diana Taurasi, who was I think she still technically is playing in the WNBA.
Is she really? She's
Is that
57
the
years old.
Mexican
Yeah.
president?
No, but this is her quote. This is hilarious.
I'm the best player in the world, and I have
No,
to
you're
go
not.
to a communist country to get paid like a capitalist.
Playing in Europe during the W.
So she's talking about going to Russia to get paid. I think.
I mean,
this
you
is
could stay there. Just
Hold on.
don't vape marijuana.
Let's also clarify. This woman went to a 4-year major academic institution and graduated with a degree, and still thinks Russia is a communist country. When it hasn't been since communism fell in 1992. You can say it's an oligarchy. It is anarcho-capitalist, but it is definitely not communist anymore. They are making oodles of money on oil and gas. And
you really think you're the best in the world? Really?
she was when she came out
was.
of college. Yes.
No. Let's clarify that statement a little. Put her up against some high school boys.
No.
Women's
Female.
basketball. She was the best women's basketball player when she came out of college.
Okay. I would like that to be clarified instead of just, blanket saying you're the best player in the world, because
The point, well, here, you can.
NBA's off season. These women were going for 7 or 8 months. They were chasing their value.
One time I came back and I was like, man, my parents have just gotten older, and I've missed a big part of it.
Well, that's how
Oh,
time
fuck
works. dum-dum.
off! You were gone for
generate-
6-7 months, and you come back and you're like, oh man, my parents got older.
That's how time works, dummy.
That's
would
a
like-
short stint, bitch.
I would like her to make this argument to anybody who was in the military and had to face deployment.
What's stop loss?
Exactly. So yeah, which ironically is exactly when Taurasi came out and was playing basketball, was during all this stuff.
Dude,
but this is
I got
the money.
buddies on the ship who, on our way home from deployment, we're like 2 weeks out. We're about to go back across the pond and be home, right? And they got flown from our strike group to the incoming strike group because they had specialized NECs that weren't filled, and they did another 6 months on another deployment. So, yeah. Try like 1.5 years floating around the fucking Persian Gulf. No, fuck off. 6-7 months. Woo.
Now, this is the money quote from this clip. So here you go.
Wealth was coming from going to Russia every year. Now we have to come back home and get paid nothing to play in a harder league in worse conditions against the best competition in the world. The fucking janitor at the arena made more than me.
The fucking janitor at the arena
worked
deserved
harder.
more than you. You know how many
Yes.
dildos he's got to clean up?
Now, here's the. I'm going to break down. This is something where I work in finance, but you don't have to have advanced finance knowledge to follow what I'm about to say. The WNBA had its best year ever last year with Caitlin Clark coming in. They still lost $20 million after their best revenue year ever. The janitor who cleans up the arena makes more than you because he has a better fucking return on investment than any women's league has ever been. Paying a man to keep the bathrooms clean so people who pay tickets to go see the men's games in that same arena
Especially your
Is
gross
more-
bathrooms, bitch.
is more valuable than sitting there and playing women's basketball for crowds that don't care.
Also, no offense, but if I was the janitor and I saw her say that shit, the fucking janitor, oh, I'm the fucking janitor, I would immediately, everybody's gone, I'm in there cleaning up the building, I would go directly to her locker room and piss all over her locker.
Metaphorically.
All right, and I don't know if any you guys may have also worked in the service industry, but here's a dirty little secret that doesn't come out. When you work in a high volume business, like where there's lots of people coming in, the women's restrooms are a goddamn nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
Because
They're
women
gross.
destroy restrooms. Like, it is not at any given point, a percentage of the female population will be dealing with certain conditions that make it always a problem. So
I know that, Brahma, but it'd be the principle of the thing.
yeah, so
Also, have you ever seen those locker rooms? It's a mesh cover. That piss is going all over her uniform.
yeah, so Diana Taurasi saying this is ridiculous. Like she's complaining because the WNBA salaries on average around $70,000 to $100,000 per year, which is a very good wage, by the way. That's actually, in terms of the national average, that's a very, very good wage. And she's bitching because playing in a sport that no one is paying to see, they're only making $70,000 to $100,000 in the United States, as opposed to when they go over to Russia, which, when they did that, Russian oligarch oil guys would throw money at the American WNBA players because they were playing in these leagues where it was just like competition. It's like if you ever seen The Simpsons, when Mr. Burns would put together the softball team to play against the other power plant. It's the oligarchs all trying to have the best team and prove they're the best because they can buy it.
Well, and if
By the
we
way-
can also address something that nobody ever says, especially the women, because they know it immediately obliterates their argument. As a percentage of revenue generated, they make twice as much as the men. Like, yes, the men take home a bigger paycheck because there is a much bigger revenue pool.
No, that's not actually right. The way
so?
all right, so the way it works in the NBA, because it's got a hard salary cap, it is a split revenue pool of 50-50, where 50% of the shared revenue goes to owners and 50% of the shared revenue goes to players. In the WNBA, the first 50% of revenue goes to the NBA because they keep fronting the losses for this joke of a league. And then of the remaining 50%, 25% goes to the owners of the WNBA teams and 25% goes to the players.
So they're making just as much as the men.
No, they're only making 25% of revenue.
No, Chad. if you take out a loan, are you expected to pay that shit back?
Again, that's a different point, Slender.
No, it's not. It still plays into the calculus. Say,
No,
oh, that's a different point. No, it's not. They owe money.
They're making more than the men in the fact that they're being paid when they should have a loss. Yes,
Exactly.
you need to clean up the phrasing. It was a little weird the way you said it because when you were
I got
talking,
I'm
just-
sorry. I'm not a financeologist, little Chad.
Well, I am. Eric Meyer, Scott Steiner math works. Though.
Okay, but that
they
math
have had
actually
people
worked
check
out.
that on a whiteboard and it works.
Yeah, the girlfriend. Yeah, she checked it out because I showed her the clip. I'm like, "Isn't he dumb?" And she's like, "Carry the one." Actually, it checks out.
You know what? When a guy, here's how you know, because a guy who has to do the math on taking that many anabolic steroids has to be able to do some math in
He's
his head
clean.
for the
Big
right
Papa
doses.
Pump ain't never touched that stuff.
I'm just saying,
He's a genetic freak.
taking all the extraneous math off the table, with as much money as the NBA is making versus as much money as the WNBA is making, which is a negative number, by the way. As a percentage of value, the women are getting a lot more value.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Even the NBA players, they don't get a percentage of profit. They get a percentage of revenue. So there's a lot of debate that the NBA is also in a little bit of trouble, and that's why they push so much for the bigger rights fees, that their teams aren't making as much money as you'd think.
I
Which
think
is
sports
why-
in general are in a little bit of trouble because most
Yeah.
people don't watch them anymore.
What shit?
No, I mean the NFL is actually...
Matt, I know you think you're most people, but you're not.
No, the NFL is like hand over fist, bro.
Yeah, the NFL is good to go. Here's the thing, once they shunted Kaepernick to the curb and kind of toned down that shit, their ratings spiked right back up. They're good to go. The other thing that makes the NFL better is they have, and this is something that baseball, the owners might instigate a strike over again, is they have a salary minimum. So there's a hard salary cap in the NFL of like 250, say it's $250 million.
Right.
They also require that every team spends at least 80% of that money. Whereas in the Major League Baseball, there is no salary cap. There's a luxury tax, right? So the teams split the revenue from the TV deal, and then any team that spends over a certain cap threshold has to pay a 20% luxury tax that is then split amongst the bottom 15 teams of the league. And so you have teams like Tampa Bay and
Oakland,
Cincinnati, Oakland, where they are completely content to put the shittiest shit on the field, where their salary, like their team's salary, is maybe $50 million in a league where the Dodgers have a yearly salary of $400 million, and because they know they are guaranteed to make like $30 million in profit before they even sell a ticket to a fan.
Don't be mad because we talking ball. That's what we do here. We talk ball. Speaking
I
of ball,
still don't know how you guys like NFL. I just don't
enjoy
get it.
watching it.
speaking
You
of
enjoy watching a bunch of people who hate you and shit on you at every opportunity
The
that they get in
NFL
front
is
of a
one of-
dare
microphone.
No, not everybody, because like Trump, when he restarted the physical fitness thing, he had Buckner up there, Harrison Buckner. Right? Is that his last name? The kicker,
oh yeah, I know
from
who you're talking
Kansas
about.
City?
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of there was more people
Patrick
wearing
Mahomes
Patrick Mahomes
from that 903, bitch.
Patrick Mahomes basically was through his wife promoting Trump.
Yep.
Because Patrick Mahomes is smart enough to know, like, discount double check State Farm money doesn't come if I piss off any one side, but I'll let Brittany over here keep tweeting out MAGA stuff. So we'll go.
I love how you guys give me all these specific examples. Okay. Now, what do you think it is as a percentage? And not just the players, but everybody involved.
It's a
Oh,
higher
as
percentage.
a percentage, it's probably around 70
Yeah,
That
or
hate
higher.
you?
No, that are pro-Trump and
Yeah.
are on our
because they
side.
like that money.
Okay.
Yeah, they were even coming out during the election cycle doing stuff like that. I mean, Lawrence Taylor and all these guys were coming out for Trump, trying to get him to wins in New Jersey and New York.
I mean, I agree with Iev there. NFL is fucking gay.
Well, speaking of NFL, you want my hour review of Madden?
Oh,
No, not
was it your
even a
birthday?
little.
It was your
No,
birthday
not
month
an
has started.
hour long review. I've played it for about an hour.
Oh
Go
yeah,
ahead.
do you love it? Do you think it's
Is
a
it-
really good sports game?
Hold on,
They
is it the
fucking
same
nailed
as
it this
last year?
time.
I'll say this: it so far better than last year. The player movement feels a little fast, but not slidey, not floaty. But yeah, it's just a little quick. More like the college game in that aspect in the player movement. But so far, it's been fine. But again, I've played. I haven't even got through the preseason, so I haven't played a ton.
But a sparkling endorsement.
All right. I'm going to share something that is going to make us all feel old for just briefly. At least maybe more Slender. Maybe Mad too. The new birth year for Homer and Marge are now 1989 and
What?
1991 because he's been.
They're
you know,
younger than us, huh?
Yes, because he's supposed to only be 36 and she's only supposed to be 34. And they, because they don't age, right? It's the same age they've always been. So if you work backwards, that means it's 1989 and 1991.
Yeah, I think Eric Meyer's numbers are better than your guys' numbers. That sounds more correct.
Those just come out of nowhere.
Pro Trump. No, I don't. I disagree vehemently with that. I will tell you, the NHL only being 40% may because it's the Canadians, but every American in the NHL is probably pro Trump. But this made me, like, as Eric said, this made me sad. Like, oh no, this is. Why give them an age if they don't age? Because they didn't realize the show was going to last 37 goddamn seasons. So they just gave them, like, in the first couple years, they did flashbacks and gave them ages and birth years. So it's not a good look, though. That would mean that Bart would have been, what is he supposed to be, 4th grade? 5th? So he'd be like, say he's 10.
I don't even remember if Bart was in a grade. I remember, like, South Park, they started in 4th grade, didn't they?
Yeah,
3rd
they're
or
in
4th grade.
Yeah, and they moved to 5th grade or something. It was the big deal when they. Oh,
Yep.
Here we. Eric's saying Bart is 10 and Lisa is 8. So Bart would have been
Bart
born
would be
in
5th
2015, and Lisa would have been 2017.
Jesus.
And that means Maggie would have been a COVID baby.
Oh boy.
This is. It's just like. This show should have ended so long ago. It's not even. I think we looked at the chart once, and it was after season 10. It never had more than like 2 or 3 episodes that were rated even good.
As of the upcoming season 37. Fuck's sake.
They should have taken a long break like what King of the Hill did and then came back.
Yeah, the new King of the Hill's was pretty good.
I'm like 5-6 episodes in. Yeah, I've actually laughed out loud a couple times.
Because you know people who sell propane and propane accessories.
Do I?
Oh, I'm making it. You're in Texas. I assumed you must.
No,
Charcoal
man, we don't
is
use.
still the better grilling
Yeah,
medium.
charcoal is the king, bro.
Not according to Hank Hill.
Hank Hill is stupid and wrong.
He likes soccer.
Mad. I saw this and I thought of you. Let me share this. I had saved it just in case you were able to come on the show. Somebody had drawn this as their mountain fortress, and I thought it would be a perfect icon for your gamer tag.
Why? Oh,
That's
get fisted.
the Fortress of Fist.
The Fortress of Fistitude. For
took me a
people who
second.
don't know, Matt has had his gamer tag canceled several times.
No, just get fisted. Get dicked. There's a couple more.
Then that would be several.
Matt's had his camera canceled a couple times. No, just 2.
And then a handful of others, but
Who's on the cover of the new Madden, by the way?
You know who? Saquon. Saquon Barkley.
That's right. I'm really glad I didn't draft him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I got.
Works out for the rest of the NFC East.
Yeah, I went with Henry as my first pick because
I
I was
still think
picking
you're wrong on that one.
I was picking 6th. Here's who was already gone: Jamar
Should have
Chase.
went with a quarterback. It's a quarterback league, brother.
Jamar Chase. Well, I still got Joe Burrow later. I got Joe Burrow in the 3rd round.
That's not bad.
And I got Baker Mayfield in the 5th. So I'm set at quarterback. I got Henry and Taylor at running back. So
Fred Taylor?
drafted Jonathan Taylor
Oh.
for Indianapolis.
all right, you've gone too deep. I'm leaving.
No, this one, Eric, is a best ball league, meaning that you'll have your best lineup automatically set. And you don't have to start anybody, and it's just best score. So it's a fun league. I've won it 2 years in a row. I'm going for the 3-peat. And let's see. All right. Now, I think we should go into, because this is coming where we're at. Matt, have you watched the new War of the Worlds or just heard?
I'm
tell
about
of it?
halfway through it. Let me tell you something. We watched like 30 minutes the first night, and then when we came back to finish it, I said the title. Let's go try to finish War of the Worlds. She goes, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "That's the name. That is the movie." Yes, War of the Worlds, bro. When he goes, "Oh my God," we died laughing. Have you seen how much you can see of the green screen in the reflection of his glasses?
Slender was the one who suffered through this one today.
Oh, he's not here?
Did he step away?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, I thought he was. The absolute debacle. Like I heard,
It's
that it's
so bad.
that the product placement for Amazon is just ridiculous.
Oh, everyone has AirPods.
Does Amazon make AirPods?
No, Apple makes.
But this was an Amazon movie.
I didn't see Amazon stuff. Saw a lot of Apple stuff.
I heard that his kid's boyfriend was an Amazon
Oh,
delivery driver.
that is true.
Slender left because you weren't even talking football anymore. You were talking pretend football. We drove him to the 3rd person.
Oh shit! It got up to 4%.
Well, yeah. Apparently, some people have been. That we're gonna look at the. All right, so look at the audience one.
That's bad.
20%. But here, look at these 5-star ratings. So here's one. I personally think it was a very accurate experience in today's environment with technology, something I can definitely see happening. I thought it was a good movie, and I'll definitely watch it again.
Okay, I'm sorry. Because of the environment with technology, does that mean aliens will...
This movie is a brilliant comedy, how things do and don't work in real life. The only thing missing is a good musical score.
Not wrong.
I haven't cried this hard since I saw the birth of my daughter. This movie is the greatest piece of fiction to ever exist. I truly believe that nothing will ever top it. I will be naming my daughter Ice Cube in honor of this masterpiece. How could you sit through this piece of shit and not catch the Amazon plugs is beyond me.
I only made it a half an hour. An hour into it, so maybe there's more. Maybe the back half's loaded.
Was the twist that it was all a deepfake AI? I don't know. I didn't watch it.
No, I don't think so. I don't think there was a twist.
Genuine cinema. Ice Cube as Will is perfect casting, and the movie is the perfect representation of the novel it is based on.
Okay, I ran back.
We're reading. Okay, here we go.
No. Mad.
Yeah.
The entire, like, big finale, the fucking climax of the movie. There's an Amazon drone flying a thumb drive into a DHS facility so they can upload a virus to a fucking server.
But they're trying to Independence Day this shit?
Yes! Yes! Oh, spoiler alert, but don't anyone watch this movie, and if I spoil it for you, I'm fucking glad.
It's so bad. Did you see all the green screen reflection in his glasses?
Green screen reflection in the glasses. He takes the glasses off about 52 times and then puts them right back on.
When he spilled his coffee because of the shaking.
Oh my god, there is so much shaky cam. So much fucking shaky cam.
Oh, man, it's so good.
No, it wasn't robots invading. The aliens are half computer, half biological or some shit. And I shit you not. Spoiler alert again, right? They defeat the aliens by uploading a virus that gives them sickle cell.
Wait. Whoa. Shut the fuck up, Slender.
I'm not joking. Remember how at the beginning you saw this part, right, where the daughter and the boyfriend were texting back and forth, and he's like, he just doesn't know you're gonna save the world one day, and showed the pictures,
right? And
she had created the cannibal, thing that would make the sickle cell eat itself, right? Like it would like make. She was curing sickle cell, like that was the thing. I'm not fucking joking. Like that is, they never say it flat out, but they heavily imply that she's curing sickle cell because they're racist as fuck.
Okay, well,
and then they reverse engineer that virus so they can infect the aliens with it.
So number one, how'd they know the aliens were black? Number two, as it is wonderful.
Hold on, because aliens are only 13% of the universe's population, but because they're responsible for over 50% of the invasions.
Mars is only 1/9 of the planets in this solar system, but is responsible for 50% of the invasions of the planet.
Oh, and Matt, did you get far enough to see that they gave the tripod a fourth leg in the form of a giant tentacle dick that can go inside of buildings and steal all the data?
Yeah, I think so.
Did it buy the data center a drink before it did it?
No, it just walked up and casually brahma'd those data centers.
Oh my god.
That doesn't bode well for where we live, Slender, since there's more data centers around us than anywhere else.
Nowhere near me.
I wouldn't be surprised if they lured them with fried chicken and watermelon.
No, they lured them with data. Apparently the aliens eat data. Like that's what they eat.
How does that
I
nourish
don't
you?
fucking know. Then okay. Again, spoilers, but like, did you get to the part where they got into the data centers and they deleted everyone's money? Yeah, there's a part where the aliens get into the data centers and they empty out the bank accounts and delete everybody's money, so no one has any money. But then at the end, when the Amazon delivery boy is like, I'm gonna use the drones, this is the future of delivery technology, but it's company policy, I need you to buy the thumb drive. So he goes on and orders a thumb drive, and I'm like,
but how?
I thought nobody had any money anymore.
These aliens are black and socialist?
Dude, the thing that baffles me the most is there are so many, it's like, oh, they took out our infrastructure, but I still have power. They knocked out the cell towers, but I still have cell phone. They took all the money, but I still have money. Like, did you guys not, like, pay attention to your own continuity at all?
They could have at least been like, I have Starlink by Elon, so...
Dude, they had Ice Cube for maybe a day and a half. They filmed everything they could, and if it didn't work, fuck it, ignore it.
Dude, Ice Cube, like, some of the lines he delivered to were just so bad.
Oh,
So
when he was giving the rundown to the president about how their plan and how they're invading and what they're attacking was so cue card.
Oh, and like, really? You think some fucking low-level analyst who's sitting in an office in DHS is gonna give them their fucking combat orders? Like, oh, well, you know, they're definitely going for the nuclear power plants, so this is what we can fuck off.
Also, he was celebrating. He's like, yes, we're getting them. And then the next scene was our army isn't stopping them or some shit. Like, wait, what?
It's so fucking bad. And so much of what's happening is done via text that the movie demands your engagement. You can't listen to this on the side. You have to fucking watch it.
Yeah. Even if you're watching it, it's not going to make sense because he's putting in all these different commands. He has the heart monitor for his daughter. He can monitor how?
It would have made more sense to me if he'd pulled up her Fitbit.
Yeah, no, he just has an icon on his desktop.
He just knows what. And then her heart rate, mind you, she's running away from alien spaceships that are vaporizing people with lasers, and her heart rate is 105. And he's like, "Your heart rate's way too high.
Baby, you got to calm down, but
Like,
also
what?
run. You're gonna die."
105 is too high. I would like to introduce you to Brahma Bull. Man, we would be ecstatic if his heart rate was down to 105.
It's so bananas, man.
Everything is wrong. Nothing is right. There's no continuity. The lines are extremely poorly delivered. The way they present it it's all in FaceTime and Zoom meetings and webcams, and it's.
Bro, did you see the FBI agent when they're invading that hacker's apartment or whatever? She's holding her fucking iPhone with the FaceTime going as if it's like a flashlight.
Yeah,
with her pistol.
Yeah. And she's in charge of the 3-man team that they sent to get a super dangerous hacker.
Why? Put the fucking phone down, Felicia.
Yeah. And I'm guessing you haven't got far enough yet, but have you figured out who the disruptor is?
No. Oh, is it his son?
Yes,
yeah,
obviously.
I figured.
Fucking obviously. We all saw it. Like, oh, but Dad, you don't know what's going on. Yeah. Okay, so
I got important information. Not right now, son. I'm monitoring YouTube.
So, Slender, I would like you to read this review because I think you could deliver the dramatic reading of it.
All right, I shall do so. 5 stars. In all my time on this earth, this is the greatest piece of fiction I have witnessed. The raw emotion I felt watching this cinematic masterpiece. Raw chicken deluxe. You get me?
No.
Mad for it. Proper. I don't. Rastaclot movie. Big up the ice, stay frosty. 10 out of 10. And he wants some lukewarm bread? Sorry, the movie just made me so lost for words. I cried while watching. I love you guys.
Boom, blah, blah.
Skirt.
Let's get some more 5 stars in here.
Oh my god.
I think you can filter it to where you only see the 5 stars.
I didn't see that on this one. Let's see.
And oh my god, like.
I guess not.
You didn't get to this scene, but like he teams up with his son once he discovers his son is the disruptor, right? And they're talking about how they're gonna do the virus thing. And his son's like, well, I mean, we could flood the things with data so that there's just too much noise and they can't get the data out, blah blah blah. And then Ice Cube, I shit you not, is like a distributed denial of service attack. Nah, we gotta go old school. We need to do rabbit virus.
A rabbit virus?
A rabbit virus. Now, one of the very first viruses ever back in 1969 was a virus called rabbits. You know what the virus called rabbits did?
What?
A distributed denial of service. So fucking stupid.
How about this 5-star review? I ain't your daddy, man. Ice Cube is the best hacker of all time.
Yeah, he says that to the Amazon driver.
Oh yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah, because he keeps calling him Pops.
Yeah.
This movie, or this one is
This
movie. Okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah, this movie gets overhated. It is not that bad. Yes, Ice Cube is in an office chair the whole movie, and yes, it is bad acting by him. However, there are a multitude of clips that get you excited and make you feel very engaged. By the way, when they say clips, they don't mean like you watch it on YouTube, like clips of the movies. No, the movie is filled with fucking clips. The movie is like a clip show.
It's nothing but clips. And also, I mean, feel very engaged. If I were tied to a torture chair and having my fingernails removed with a pliers, I'd feel very engaged. That doesn't mean I'd be enjoying myself.
True. Like scenes where the Destructors are ready to save the world. What? The Destructors?
I'm assuming he meant the Disruptors because you also find out that not only is his son the Disruptor, but he's got all his hacker friends helping him.
Oh my god, this one show with a bandolier of floppy disk.
They're like the Avengers, dude. No, they all have the fucking same hacker face. And then when they're trying to upload the virus, the aliens do an IP trace and find all of them and enable their webcams, and you see all of them for about 5 seconds while the aliens blow up their houses. But apparently all the other disruptors were fucking idiots, and his son was smart enough that he bounces his signal. So they blew up the wrong house when they were trying to kill his son.
Or you see the military going into action is thrilling. I also love the character development in this movie, with Ice Cube realizing there is more to the world than his job and making everyone happy.
Oh, pause again. You remember, did you get to the part where his own daughter dresses him down?
Yes,
and
dude.
tells him he has no power?
Yes.
That alone made me want to quit the movie right then and there, but I grit my teeth and I fucking watched the rest of it. But that fucking speech,
it was so bad.
I would have been like, fine, then die. Click. Yeah. Like,
hey, turn that Tesla car off because do.
Yeah. Like,
fucking bleed out, bitch.
I mean, the shit she said to him, like, oh, it made me angry. It made me so fucking angry.
There are also funny parts. When Dave repeatedly calls him Pop, which I think is very funny. It is not the greatest movie of all time, but you gave it fucking 5 stars. It's not the greatest movie of all time, but far from the worst. If you would think that would be reflected in your star count.
Yeah, a little bit. Maybe 3 if you think it's okay.
If you're expecting to have a high-budget, big film with a lot of high-level CGI, you won't like it. But if you're coming into the movie to have fun, you will.
I disagree. In all honesty, I told Chad this before we started, but like the only credit I'll give it is I think the tripods looked cool.
Yeah, they were bad.
When they all disconnected from their legs and started flying around, I thought that was kind of weird. Especially since then later, they're all back on their legs walking toward a building again. It's like, if you can disconnect from the legs and fly and go so much faster and cover so much more ground that much quicker, why would you reconnect to the legs and start walking toward the big data center at the end? Like, I didn't get that, but okay, whatever. Once again, continuity.
So, if you had to give the movie a rating on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you at?
I'm halfway through, so halfway to 1.
Yeah, can I go decimal places?
You can.
0.001.
I don't think that
so.
falls
One of
in
the worst movies of all time.
Probably the worst movie of all time. It's.
I think what makes it so bad.
This makes Neil Breen look like Shakespeare.
Yeah, because there's sincerity in his movies.
Yeah, there's nothing in this movie. Money. There's money in this movie.
Big old fat Amazon cash is what it's got. All right. So there we
Like,
go.
Ice Cube could have been a force multiplier for this movie, but 8 times 0 is still 0.
Does he ever use his AK?
No.
No, it was a good day.
He never does
Domino,
anything.
domino.
Like, the
I don't know if
closest
Slender
you
got
get
that
to... I get it. The closest you get to action in this movie is when he is slowly waddling his ass through the DHS building, and they're watching him on security cameras, because he is going from his office down to the 4th basement where they've got the super secret data center that he's going to put the virus in. And then right at the end, as far as you can tell, he probably dies at the end. It's kind of left ambiguous, but
Sequel.
it looks like he is being casually Brahma'd by a bunch of tripod tentacles. And then he tells his kids he loves them, and the camera feed cuts. So
I hate, like, found footage was bad enough, but this whole everything from a computer screen,
dude, found footage is looking real good lately.
right?
This stuff makes found footage like it's like the Disney sequels to the prequels. You start going, you know, maybe looking back, it wasn't so bad. We had it okay.
Yeah,
Hola, lovely Sherry, ¿cómo está? Soy bien.
Maybe Blair Witch wasn't such a bad movie after all.
Yeah.
All right, so I am glad the Neil Breen reference came up because I went and saw Weapons yesterday.
96%. Damn.
90% from the audience.
That movie's doing numbers.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's gonna be
Cloverfield is underrated. As far as like the found footage movies, I really love Cloverfield, and I think it has just one of the most sincere "I'm going to die" like line deliveries from TJ. What's his name?
I thought Cloverfield was okay.
Yeah, I thought it was really good, and like the honesty in his when it's about to crash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what he says, like it hits.
Well, with a lot of the movies we're seeing nowadays, it's just like, you know, some of that stuff I thought wasn't very good back in the day is looking real good. Because, like, over the last couple of days, we have been going through the Marvel movies in chronological order. So we started with Captain America, you know, then we went to Iron Man.
Wait, you skipped Captain Marvel?
Yeah, well, yeah. Obviously.
Captain America.
We did
Yeah.
skip Marvel. We skipped Marvel and the Hulk.
I think the Eternals technically would be the first one, but you'd have to like stop the Eternals halfway through.
Yeah, but we're watching all the good ones basically. And dude, they're just you can see like once upon a time they knew how to make a Marvel movie.
All right. So, all right, to answer Eric's
Cloverfield
question,
Lane.
Cloverfield Lane, which was the alternative universe sequel to Cloverfield, and then they give you an explanation where all the Cloverfield movies are connected in the third one, which is the space station one.
Which wasn't even a Cloverfield movie. It was retitled.
Yeah, but then you find out that it's a Cloverfield movie.
Oh, apparently, even though we skipped it because we, as a collective, determined the Hulk wasn't very good and moved past it, Bride went and watched it anyway.
Which
'cause
one?
She wanted to see it.
The
The
Incredible
Eric
Hulk.
Bana? Or the...
I think the Ed Norton one.
Oh, yeah, that one's MCU.
I'm
Eric
only
Bana is
bringing this in because it's kind of organic to what we're just talking about now. Bo DeMeo, who was the showrunner on X-Men 97, you know, the animated series.
Mm-hmm.
He was also the guy who was the writer on The Witcher that got fired with Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Because he was too committed to staying true to the lore.
Yep.
And here's
Yes,
the thing.
I agree, Bride. That Hulk was pretty good, but that's not the same Hulk in the rest of the Marvel movies because they didn't like Ed Norton.
But it's the same Betty Ross and it's the same General Thunderbolt Ross till he dies, and they replace him with Harrison Ford. So, and plus Tony Stark's in it in his cameo.
I'm just saying, like, the biggest problem, the biggest thing that rattles me when I'm watching Iron Man 1 to Iron Man 2 is they got a different actor for War Machine, you know?
Yeah,
Which
Terrence
is why
Howard.
you don't be a problem. So, I think they had to get rid of Ed Norton to not have accusations of racism against Terrence Howard. Like, hey, we
Then
get
they
rid of
should
all
have
the
just got
difficult
rid of
actors.
Terrence Howard.
They did get rid of Terrence Howard.
Yeah, but
I
he knows
know.
math.
All right, so Bo DeMeo has been on a crusade lately, basically spilling the tea, as they say, about all these internal meetings. And this one is great because he's like, you basically sit in a room with Kevin Feige and Lou Esposito and try to pitch your movie while also realizing that Kevin just wants you to dictate his rushed thoughts. He's Victoria, who he's referencing was Victoria Alonso, used to be in these, but Kevin and Lou had so mistreated her that in one of my Blade meetings, she just showed up with sugar cookies she baked to improve morale. You're even told not to pitch ideas from the comics because Lou isn't a big comic guy and he'll turn them off. These are comic book movies. So here we go. You sit and you talk about craft and story and characters only to have Kevin and Lou say, yeah, well, all we need to do is make sure it's fun. Don't worry.
And these
about
are the
the
guys
story.
in charge.
Yes, that's Kevin Feige.
These are the people in fucking charge. Makes me angry.
Like there was a he had I haven't this isn't the tweet where he talked about it, but he went over in an earlier statement about X-Men 97 season 2, the one that was mostly done when they fired him, that this season was where they go to the future and Cyclops and Jean are raising Cable. In the future after they had to send him forward because of the virus.
Yeah.
And he had to fight with the people because he was in the cartoon having Cyclops call Jean Red and Jean call Cyclops Slim, which were the nicknames they used in the comic book when they did this storyline, and it goes back to when they were teenagers at the Xavier School, and those were the nicknames they called each other. And they sat him down, and one of the producers was like, "We don't like the tone of those nicknames. We think they're not really current year." And he Bo DeMeo, who by the way is a super gay African American gentleman, had to argue with them like, it's not about being current year. These are the names they use. This is true to the story, their characters. This is what the fans of the comics expect us to do. And he had to like argue with them.
Dude, if you know a girl who's got red hair, the first nickname you're gonna give her is Red. And if you know a kid who's skinny, like a skinny guy, you're gonna call him Slim. Like that. Those are like, one, very inoffensive, and two, probably the most common nicknames people who fit those descriptions get.
Yeah, so this part is where he wanted to work with the OG creators like Chris Claremont and the other people, and they got shut down. This is interesting because it was talking about he was originally one of the guys they brought in to help write Blade when they were first working on it with Mahershala.
Right.
And his pitch was, well, why don't we try to pick up the threads from Doctor Strange with Wanda getting the Darkhold, and we can do that. And he's like, my draft opens with Deacon Frost doing all this stuff. It gets up there, and he's like, and for Blade hates magic because it's always screwing with him. And as he's pitching this, he goes like, we'll make magic what snakes are to Indiana Jones, where Blade just hates magic. Then Lou Esposito said, "Oh, it's too comic book. We're not going to deal with that." So we're just going to skip it. Because he was trying to be like, how about we actually fix some of the problems and address the dangling plot holes you had in the Doctor Strange stuff, and we'll use Blade to fix it. Nope, we don't care about that. We're good.
I like that end.
It's a broken machine.
No, and I can see where Matt and his team probably had great ideas, only for Marvel's arrogance to destroy them.
Yep.
Probably.
Yeah,
Same thing happened to the Star Wars franchise.
Yeah, so he's talking about the Fantastic Four writers. And I agree, because the Fantastic Four was actually a decent movie. It was like a 7, but there was some stuff that they could have done better, and I think you can see they rushed a few of the things, and anyway.
I watched
So-
Jurassic Park Rebirth.
That was funny because they had a retarded Tyrannosaurus Rex as the villain.
He looked like a frittata. Like he looked
Yeah.
like he had downs.
That's what I'm saying. He was. They actually, that in story, man, in universe, he is a retarded T-Rex. He is like an extra chromosomal having.
He's the Eli
sloth.
Manning of T-Rexes.
Oh, you shut the fuck up. Eli Manning has 2 Super Bowls. How many's Dak got and Tony Romo?
Dak's not
got?
done
None.
yet.
Oh, Dak is done.
What? No.
What? That really wasn't a solid defense.
No.
Just no.
No.
What? No.
All right.
No.
He's still playing.
So here we go. So Weapons is going out, and it looks like it's going to make almost 40 million opening weekend, which is pretty big.
Damn.
So
not that. I was talking about Sanders. Got another touchdown.
Oh, nice. So when I came out of the movie and I thought about it for a few minutes, and I sent the message in our group, and I think I stand by this after thinking about it. This is the most well-produced, well-made, well-acted, well-funded Neil Breen movie I've ever seen.
I mean, I was already looking forward to seeing it, but now I'm like, fuck yes.
You had me at Neil Breen.
Because I got to set the table, because I got to get mad to go see this, because I want someone who I've had to suffer through Neil Breen. So I want mad, but I like it. So this movie, it's all right. So the structure is interesting. They say what you see in the trailers, that like the little kid talking, the kid's disappearing, is basically the first 10 minutes of the movie. And then they jump to following individual characters and a little bit of non-linear storytelling. It works very effective. The cast is really effective. I'm actually happy because I found out that due to the strike, Pedro Pascal was supposed to be in this.
Oh God.
And because of the strike, Josh Brolin was the one they had to put in because Pedro Pascal couldn't keep making the movie because he went and did Fantastic Four. He is a much better actor, especially he's playing the role of the grieving father whose kid went missing. And Brolin comes off more authentic than I think Pedro Pascal would have.
I don't know why everyone thinks Pedro Pascal brings in revenue. Like, he's not the draw on most of the movies and shows.
He was good in Narcos. He was good in that Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah, but he's not the draw.
Nope.
Like all the shit that he's doing, he is getting so much recognition for. The Mandalorian, fucking Last of Us, all those things. Like nobody was watching it because Pedro Pascal was in it. They were watching it because they loved the franchise or the character.
What's
I
interesting
don't know why
about
they keep trying to make him.
So I think,
what do they call it? They're trying to make fetch happen.
they're trying to keep making Pedro. With the Mandalorian, Pedro most of the time isn't even on set, right? He just does the voiceover. The person on set is John Wayne's grandson. He's a stunt man. And if you go back and watch, you can see he's got the John Wayne walk. It's like the swagger walk.
Yeah.
And that's what you're seeing that makes you like the Mandalorian character is a lot of the body language that's being acted on screen with Pedro just coming and doing the ADR dialogue replacement. John Wayne's grandson should be getting the accolades because he's the one selling the Mandalorian. Because 95% of what you see on screen, if you don't see him reach up and pull the helmet off for those 2 scenes where they have to show Pedro's face, it's John Wayne's grandson.
Good for you, Soul. I'm glad you never voted for Pedro.
Yeah, if you vote for Pedro, your wildest dreams will
Yes,
come.
he was an old boy.
Yes, he was. Now back to Weapons. This is by the same guy who did, I believe, it was called Barbarians.
Oh, I like that one.
Which is a weird movie, but it's good. It's very in a lot of ways. I compare him to the guy who did Nosferatu.
Oh, Edgar.
Eggers. Is that right?
Yeah, Robert Eggers.
Yeah, he's got a very distinct tone, right? It's nice to actually see directors who have style.
Mm-hmm.
He has.
So
a
is this
style.
like a Village of the Damned kind of thing?
It is a thriller with horror elements. It is.
That did not answer his question.
Well, because I can't really.
Yeah, don't give anything away.
That's the thing. This is a very twisty movie. I think it's more thriller than it even is horror.
Twisty like a tripod tentacle dick that steals data?
I mean, that seems like it would be more straight on, casually.
No, that thing twists.
Like it was prehensile. Like a
Yeah,
dolphin.
Davina, I am not going to do spoilers. I am going to speak in generalities. Like, I'm only going to speak to really what you see in the trailer.
Okay,
we'll
do spoiler free for this one.
The kids.
As far as the spoilers on the other one, you just don't watch the movie. You didn't miss anything.
So the kids go missing at the beginning of the movie. Then you start following individual characters, leading to the eventual resolution. It is a movie that is super well acted. The cast is great. Like the dude who played young Han Solo is in this. He actually he can actually act really good. I feel bad that his career was completely derailed by Kathleen Kennedy putting him in that, because he seemed like he was. Let's see, Brahma, I guess who's seen it, says it is fantastic and not like anything we've really seen in the last 5 to 10 years, except maybe the Peele movies, and I didn't care for those. So Brahma's being racist because if it's like the Jordan Peele movies, the difference is there's less black people. And so there you go. Poor Brahma.
Well, okay, but let's be honest. The Peele movies are racist too.
No, I'm making a joke. They are. This new one he's making seems a little different. I don't know what to make of it. With the football player.
Oh yeah, that one looks crazy.
I don't know. I'm just saying, from what I have seen of Peele's movies, it is pretty clear to me that he does not like white people.
Mm-hmm. I liked his the alien one.
What is it? What was that one called?
I forgot what it was called.
Get Out was
Nope.
Nope, that's right. All right, so back to weapons. Brolin is really good in it. The girl, what's funny is that the girl who played the Silver Surfer is the lead in this one too. Comes off much better, obviously, because she's not playing a silver alien with bad CGI. And she's getting to kind of get into, I mean, she's the teacher, right? Who's all the kids go missing. There's just a lot of meat to like get into about the town, wondering where these kids are, suspecting her, the changes and twists. It doesn't go where you think it would be going. And I will warn people, there is probably 3 scenes that are graphically gory, like
I'm not big on that.
Disturbingly graphically gory.
Oh, you reminded me of something though. Can we go back to War of the Worlds? Mad, do you remember when she got hit in the leg and she had like a fucking piece of rebar sticking out her leg? And he keeps going, "Don't pull it out! Don't pull it out!" And then she calls him later and she's like, "Dad, I'm sorry. I thought if I pulled it out, I could stop the bleeding."
That's not, no, dummy. That's not how holes work.
And then they have to tourniquet her, and the Amazon delivery driver uses packaging tape to tourniquet her leg. And then they're like, "We got the bleeding stopped." And I'm like, "Yeah, you know, if you leave that, she's gonna lose that leg." Sorry, you were talking about gore, and I was reminded of the fact that, like, her dad was right and was like, "Don't pull the fucking piece of rebar out of your leg."
He has no power.
Yeah, but he has no power. And then she, while she's got rebar sticking in her leg, she gives him that speech. And then in the very next scene, she pulled it out and started bleeding to death. Sorry. I love that movie and I hate it so much.
So, back to weapons. I'm gonna say, I think it's worth seeing just because it's, as long as you don't have a problem with gore, because even though there are 3 brief segments of extreme gore, they are very. You saw Barbarians, Matt, so you know, like
Graphic.
It is super graphic. So if that stuff really bothers you, either plan to be turning away from the screen, or maybe don't see it. But if that stuff isn't
You
a
can't
deal
turn
breaker,
away though, can you? Because they always use the wet fucking meat splashy sounds when they're doing it too.
Sometimes it can be worse.
So you know exactly what you're not seeing.
yeah, there is sound design that works with it too. So,
See, I was worried when you said it was like a Neil Breen level movie.
well, I meant
Why would that worry you, Mad?
Well, like oh no, it's not going to be good.
I said it was the highest production value, best acted. Neil Breen, like in Neil Breen's head.
Are you
This is what
implying
he
that
thinks
Neil
he's
Breen
making.
movies aren't good, Mad?
No,
Yes.
no, it's other people's interpretations of good.
You are walking a razor thin
I
line
saved
right
it.
now, my friend.
I saved it. I just don't trust other people's interpretations of good when they use Neil Breen as a measurement.
Like I said, I honestly, what I think is in Neil Breen's head, this is what he thinks he's making.
Now that makes sense.
And then we get what he actually makes, right?
Well,
Which
because
is
of
even
budget.
better.
Yeah, well, yeah, and he's constrained by budgets. You know what I mean? A lot like
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg.
And honestly,
Early
I
on.
think the budget constraints make his movies even better because he realizes his vision in such a unique way.
Yep, and he has to work around it through the art of green screen. Everything.
Yep, and then copy pasting himself.
Yep.
Yeah, so it is a director with a distinct style and tone. It's well acted. It makes you think. It may not end the way you expect. And it'll sit with you. Like, I'm still debating exactly how I feel about the movie, even though I know objectively all these things were good.
And by the way, yes, people can use super glue for wounds.
You can, but it can't be a wound like that. A
No,
puncture
no.
wound
Yeah.
like that?
No, not a puncture.
Yeah,
wound like
a
that,
puncture
no.
wound with a piece of rebar that went through
Yeah.
you is not super glue would be as if you got cut.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you needed
Super
to
glue
make a
works
seal.
really good if you've got like a nice clean cut.
Yep. For a puncture wound, like a gunshot, you could use. I mean, if you have Quicksil, there you go. If not, empty out a 12 gauge shotgun shell, pack it in there, and then burn
Light
that
it.
bitch.
Yeah, it'll seal. Yeah.
Or a tampon.
Now what's super glue, like say you're in a kitchen and you were cutting like a green pepper or something, like where you just make a quick slice on your other hand and it's a clean cut. That's the kind of thing where maybe instead of going in, again, I'm not telling you should, but maybe instead of going to the emergency room, you use super glue to like seal it instead.
Yeah.
But that's because it's a clean, like a lot of ways it's like sewing, right? If it's right on the seam, you can sew it back up. But if it's a giant ripped hole, you got to patch it. So,
Stuff it
if
with gauze.
If you've got a sucking chest wound, you just tape a plastic bag to your chest.
With Amazon packing tape.
That would work pretty well.
Only 3 sides. Remember, you're only going to do 3 sides taped down.
You want to leave that 4th side open so that you can get some flow.
Correct.
Super glue is great for blisters while bowling, but how does it handle being eaten alive by bugs? Oh yeah, Davina, like they put an ad on the screen for Amazon First Aid.
No, they went the other route with it. We're like, you don't need first aid, you just need Amazon packing tape.
Well, yeah, you could like stuff it with the what those eggshell things that you put in the packets in the box.
I mean, in an emergency.
What's What else is interesting is this weekend, Fantastic Four is continuing to just plummet off.
New Skin is great too, dude. New Skin is super glue. Like I would imagine the chemical components of super glue and New Skin are damn near exactly the same.
Well, they make it. I know from when I ran the medical office, right? They make a medical branded super glue that's supposed to be. It's it's supposed to naturally disintegrate as your skin heals. And
Yeah.
It's not toxic, and it's missing some of the harsher stuff. But in a pinch, you're pretty close chemically with super glue.
Again, if for GSWs, remember tampons.
Yeah.
It's the same concept. Bloody hole, you plug it.
It's basically gauze.
Yeah.
But I know you're saying that happens, but you yell that out, and then you know that someone in the room, one of the women's going to be like, "Is it a heavy flow or is it a light flow? Which one do you need?"
If it's a puncture wound too, like you
Make
know
sure it
those
has
ones
wings.
with those ones with the little bullet applicator, like that'd be perfect, right?
Yeah. It was weird when I sent home like a letter requesting dip, tampons, and batteries.
And your mom was like, "Why tampons?
My dad sent it. He was like, "I don't know why you asked for these things, but here you go."
Is there something you want to tell me, son?"
He knows my moon cycle.
Don't you? It's the 21st century, Mom. Soldiers,
Well, it was
male
still the-
soldiers can
yeah, I guess it was.
menstruate too. Were you about to say it was still the 20th
No,
century?
shut the fuck up. Let's move on.
So, all right. Yeah, Fantastic Four is dropping off, so that's going to be gone. Pedro Pascal hopefully is officially done now.
Yeah, I'm waiting on a
Done,
good
done.
copy on Plex.
Well, and once it's going to arrive on digital soon.
I'm not. I'm never gonna watch it anyway. So
Let me see. I think because things we got some new additions. By the way, 28 years later may be available, and
Yeah, it's
you
on
guys
Plex.
can, so you can see how terrible that thing is. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to some of those things. Should be hitting digital soon, so we can get updates. Updates. Yeah. I'm just, by the way, man, there's a movie I totally missed a few years back. Jason Statham, Patty Considine, like all these guys. And it was an English movie where the guy, Littlefinger from Game of Thrones was a cop serial killer. It was called Blitz. Did you guys ever see that?
I heard about it. I
heard
had
about
it on
it.
the list.
Never saw it.
Mm-mm.
I just saw YouTube does all these recommendations, and I see that somehow the trailer for this movie came up as a recommendation, and the cast is like ridiculous. I was like looking at this, I'm like Jason Statham, Patty Considine, Aidan Glenn, David Morrissey, Mark Rylance, Luke Evans. It's like holy, how have I never heard of this movie?
Ooh, The Gray. One of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, so it's I plan to be adding this one, by the way, in the next 24 to 48 hours. So keep an eye out for it if you haven't seen it.
Yep. I feel as though I am allowed to finally say something now that it has been officially a year since I requested a
Major
couple things.
request. Yeah.
What's up, man?
I was unemployed. Deal with it.
How does that? That means you would have more
You'd
time.
think you'd have more time, yeah.
I don't know. I'd missed it, and I forgot.
Missed it.
I forgot about it. Is what I had. I'm gonna be honest.
You didn't even
kinda-
put up. You got served yet?
I kind of matted that whole thing and just forgot it.
Ooh, you got served? I like you got served.
Wait, is that the one I asked for?
You asked for that one, and I believe the what was the TV show from ESPN? Like
Plays
The game,
program.
or
Players, right? No. If you go back a year in our DMs, you'll see it.
Just a year?
well, there aren't that many. We should be able to. I'll find him.
Yeah, there was a. Oh, and the Black Donnellys.
You know what? Now that I feel comfortable with my new position, I will get these done this week.
What the?
I'm gonna make them.
How does that make sense, Slender?
I was very stressed. I was focused on my stuff.
It was a year ago, motherfucker.
I was given notice in April, man. Matt, I'm clearly trying to deflect with a sad event from my life, so you'll let it go.
It's not. No, no. I was on fire. That doesn't work on me.
Yeah, but
You
mine
were
happened-
fired, but you weren't on fire.
Exactly.
Mine was more recent.
How dare you dismiss my burns?
Like it's like the Scott Pilgrim. You once were a vegan, but now you will be gone.
Thank you,
Hey, Brahma.
Copied. I appreciate your sympathy.
Sorry, just got freed up.
So you actually saw weapons?
Yes. And
No spoilers.
really, everybody except for Endymion, I think, has said it's fantastic, and I agree. Michelle from Force of Light really liked it. She's going to see it again tomorrow.
It really sits with you.
Charlie didn't like it.
Who?
Moist Critical.
Oh,
He was like, it's not really that scary.
it's not supposed to be scary. And my daughter
Some-
said that Moist Critical did like it.
Some burns never heal, Chad, like the ones you just gave me, bastard Matt.
I watched his video on it, and what the hell did he say? He said it wasn't really scary. It was pretty good, but they couldn't get out of their own way with the serious moments because they kept making jokes.
Ow.
So I don't know. Like, he was kind of all over the board with his review.
What is this?
I didn't notice much joking in the movie at all.
Yeah, there weren't real. So there are things that come off as comedic, but it's not because anyone in the movie was joking. There's some stuff that when you, again, that's why I said it's like a Neil Breen kind of situation. Sometimes some things just come off funny when you're looking at it. Matt and Brahma knows what I'm talking about.
It's incredibly strange and good.
In a lot of ways, it reminds me of not just Neil Breen, but it's a lot like a David Lynch kind of scenario. Like there's some just stuff that is just weird in it.
Little bit.
But again, I like that a director has a voice and actually is doing something that's their vision.
Hyper stylized.
Yeah. So
And it's kind of like the guy who does Bone Tomahawk in those movies too. He's not afraid to do a little bit of gore, but he tells a good story.
oh, there was, and you can confirm now, it wasn't just a little bit for these ones. They focused in on like the parts where they do the gore. It's very gory.
Yeah. Didn't bother me. I mean, but it doesn't
I know
ever
you-
bother me.
Yeah, like
I hate it.
You okay?
Slender will probably not be able to handle it.
Don't like gore.
You haven't even seen all of it.
You know what?
Oh, Shredder came out here saying "War of the World" is this her new favorite movie?
Is she one of the people writing those reviews?
Oh yeah. He's over here just going, "Oh my god."
You gotta watch the whole movie before you can say it's your new favorite.
So in 10 years, this will be a what the flick?
The
Yeah,
War of the
lost all
Worlds.
those.
Yeah. Real quick, Slender, this one's for you. The scenario presented was there's orcs about to bust through the door.
Uh-huh.
The leader of the group yells, "Grab your sword and be ready." Which are you grabbing?
Andoril.
You're going okay, going kind of long sword.
Conan's sword is big and heavy, and
Yeah, I don't like that
you're
one.
gonna get tired real quick swinging that around. That Spartan sword looks like a fucking joke. The Game of Thrones Longclaw would be a decent choice as well as the Oathkeeper, but yeah, Anduril's a good sword. Also, I believe that was an Elven blade, wasn't it?
So it'd be light.
Which means it's light as fuck
Yep.
and still strong.
The second lightest is probably the Spartan sword.
Yeah, but that thing also looks like it's going to break at the base. Or worse, get stuck if you stab somebody with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Souls hasn't right. They're not really sized to scale because I think Andorel would be the longest sword out of the group.
Yeah, but it's also super light. And like I said, that 300 Spartan sword looks like it'd break at the handle.
I think Longclaw is probably the longest.
It's really small, and 300, and the shape of the 300 Spartan sword as well. If you stab somebody with that, it's getting stuck, and you do not want your sword to get stuck when you're in the press.
I think Longclaw is the longest of them by quite a bit, because wasn't it a
bastard
the joke
sword?
would be it's a bastard sword, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually think
Oathkeeper and
almost,
Longclaw
it's
both.
almost like Claymore length.
Yeah, those things both look to be relatively large swords, and on top of that, they're definitely made by humans in the Game of Thrones world, and so they're fucking heavy.
All right, 300
Playmakers.
Yeah, so
That's what I was thinking of.
is that the one you were asking for?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I would say that you've got to consider your situation. The 300 is only good for the close combat if you actually also have a shield wall, because these swords weren't really designed for sword play as much as phalanx, shield wall, poke out.
Yeah, can I get a 249 with a 150 drum?
I mean, that would be a good if that option is there, I'm taking that one too.
Yeah, let's take that one.
We're going to go back to the West Virginia Wizard.
I'd like an M60 with 2 boxes of chain fed ammo.
Yeah.
I've got a salt gun, a bug of salt. With
then you can make sure that we don't get bit by any mosquitoes while we're laying down the fire.
With 3 cans of salt, just send me out there. I'm ready.
Mad can set up on one corner, I'll set up on the other. We'll have overlapping fields of fire, and Brahma can scout between us in case we need to, any mosquitoes dealt with. Now
that the situation assumes that if you're getting that with the machine gun, you'd have distance. But if there was if you're doing CQB, you're probably gonna want like an M4 sized.
Yeah,
mobile, like assault rifle.
If I'm doing CQB, I want a military spec short barreled P90.
No,
I like them. I really like them.
I'm a fan of the 5.7 round, so I would. The P90 as a submachine gun is probably one of the most compact and close quarters friendly one.
It is super compact. It is very friendly in close quarters.
Now, I mean the ultimate classic close quarters one that people would think of is the MP5.
No, I wouldn't. No.
Scorpion?
I mean, I would think about it, but I wouldn't want it.
Well, no, I'm just saying that comes to mind because the SAS used it quite effectively for a long time.
My go-to would be the P90.
They've made modern ones. I'm guessing what Matt is saying, he doesn't want anything that would be a pistol caliber. He would want a rifle caliber.
Yep.
You want something that hits harder?
So that would be 300 Blackout would be the modern.
But here's the thing, right? With the P90, you can get an extended mag that has 100 rounds. I don't need to make every shot count because you're gonna get like 10.
A 300 Blackout, you would probably be able to get it would use a standard 30 round magazine size.
Also, what's the background? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, 100 rounds is more than 3 times 30 rounds. So.
Yeah, but what's the background we're looking at?
It's true. It's true. Like we're missing a lot of details here.
This was a zombie attack, or
I thought we were dealing with orcs. Yeah, actually, you know what? Matt's right. Orcs. If we're doing close quarters combat with orcs, I'm gonna want a higher caliber.
Higher caliber, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you need something that armor penetrates. 300 Blackout would probably be an idea. I've never tried like a Creedmoor size round out of a short barrel. That seems like a bad idea, but
I think 5.56 would be plenty big.
I wrote a story with zombie orcs once. It's actually available on Amazon.
Why didn't Ice Cube talk about it?
Because clearly they don't know what the best books that are being sold by independent authors on their website are.
This is true. All right.
It's not great. I was a much younger man when I wrote that, and I'm a much better writer now. So
That's good. All right. So I'm going to tee up because we'll move to our fun one. I'm trying to find a news article that addresses the Ubisoft giving their stuff to the guys' kids.
yeah, that like I don't know. It could go either way. It sounds like nepotism, and I don't think it's going to be enough to save Ubisoft, but maybe the kid's different. Doubtful.
Here we go. This is a good headline for it. Don't worry about being a Nepo baby, says Nepo Baby. The newly minted CEO of Ubisoft.
Just gave him everything, too.
Yep.
And then he's like, I've got over 10 years experience in the industry. And it's like, yeah, and a whole bunch of people who are working for you probably have over 30 years experience in the industry and got passed up because your fucking dad gave that shit to you.
Here's his quote, too.
We've been playing games since the 80s. We've all got like 30, 40 years of experience.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
I started off on an Atari.
This is his quote, by the way. I completely understand where it comes from, and I want to be clear about it. Yes, I'm Eve's son. That's not something I hide from, but my appointment isn't only about family ties. It's about what Ubisoft needs at the moment. What matters now isn't my name, it's the work ahead.
Well, at least he's not flat out denying it. He's saying it's not only about the family ties.
Yeah, the nepotism thing is
It's hard to work around if you're the one getting the benefit from it.
I have been someone who, in theory, got the benefit of nepotism, where I got a position. My mother was sick. She needed to go to chemotherapy. She said the only one she trusted to do the job was me, so they hired me to take over for her. I did a good job. I raised revenues double digits, all kind of good stuff. The nepotism stuff went away really quick once you show results.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think
that's
that's how it's going to be now. Where it doesn't go away is when you're Scott Eastwood. And you're not
like I
really
said,
that
it
good.
might not be a bad thing for Ubisoft. It might be what they need, but you're flying a really big plane and you're already on course for the mountain. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull up fast enough.
But that wouldn't be his fault, likely. That's
No,
the
it
trajectory
wouldn't
of
be
the
his
company.
fault, but I mean, if it's it's like if Brahma and myself are driving down the road and I'm behind the wheel and we go flying off a cliff, and before we hit the ground, I yell, "Take the wheel." And then when we crash into the ground, I'm like, "Brahma, you killed us. Way to
That
fuck."
sounds like something you would
Brahma
do.
and Brahma.
I
and
know,
Slender-
and it would be hilarious, wouldn't it?
Hold on, Mad Brahma and
Slender
Slender
would
just
just be
Thelma and
raging.
Louise themselves.
Oh, I'm
Slender
fine.
starts
I've been
raging
with,
right after he says take the wheel, and he's like, see what you did? You asshole, see?
I've rode with Brahma before. It is more likely that he would be the cause of that crash.
I'm a pretty good driver.
No, it's more likely that any truck around us would be the cause of the crash.
Mad, how was it when you were driving Culture like his like his
Fine.
chauffeur?
No problems whatsoever. He said I was one of the best drivers ever.
Me behind the wheel is one of Soul Assassin's biggest fears. Okay.
You live rent free in his head, Slender.
I guess so. I mean, I've
Slender's
been
just proven
driving
in
since the day I turned 16. I have had my driver's license, and I have had exactly 0 accidents.
Well,
But you've also proved in every video game we've ever played that if you get mad at somebody, you have no problem taking yourself out with that person.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Well, let me clarify.
And
He
also,
said
when I
he's-
say 0 accidents, I mean I've been in 2 accidents, but it was determined to be the other guy's fault in both circumstances.
what I was going to say
and they
is
both happened on base.
when he says 0 accidents, remember it's not an accident if he intentionally.
If you do it on purpose.
But yeah, on base, one time I got rear-ended by a guy who was trying to pass a truck and didn't realize I was turning, even though I had my signal on. So he ran right into the back of my vehicle.
Was it a
and then
Hummer,
the-
Med?
No, it was mine.
And then the other time, I was pulling into a parking lot, and I followed the lines, but the guy behind me who pulled into the parking lot just went across all the empty parking spaces and then flew to the left, and like basically got in front of me, turned left, and then I hit him. And I didn't admit fault, but when the officer came in and heard the description of what had went on, he's like, well, you followed the lines and went through the main thoroughfare, and he cut across the main thoroughfare directly in front of you. Yeah, he's at fault on this one.
I had one wreck in the middle of the combative instructor course, and we were going back on base. It was 2 lanes, both turning left, right, to get to the gate. And I was so sore and broken as a human being from that course that I could not turn my wheel, and I just floated into the truck next to me. And we pulled over, and we get out, and it's this old Hispanic Vietnam vet. Now, I don't know if you've ever met a Vietnam vet before, but I wouldn't call them someone as easygoing or, a calm, cool-headed
they've got a
person.
bit of a short fuse.
Yeah. So he comes down, he's screaming, and I'm there in ACUs and tennis shoes, right? And I just look at him, and I said, I can't move my arms. I can't move my arms. And he looks at me, and I was so broken, he instantly calmed down. Do you know how difficult it is to calm down a Vietnam vet? But he looks at me, and he goes, I understand, brother. We all been there. No big deal. No big deal. That's how broken I was.
Did he punch you in the arm afterwards?
No, God, no.
So real quick, Mad, I know this is semi more a Sunday topic, but since we're talking about military, do you like the idea that Hexeth is bringing back actual drill sergeants?
Of course.
Yes. Oh, thank God.
Good.
Boot camp, used to, they're supposed to break you. Like,
There should be
I've seen a
people
motherfucker
washing
get
out.
choked out.
yeah, I mean, they're and oh my God, the things my RDCs said to me, like,
Oh, the things that they did to us.
like, yeah, like we used to do I'm sure Mad knows about this, where like you fucked up so bad that you and your entire, for us it's a division, but we fucked up so bad that they close all the doors and windows and they say it's time to make it rain.
Oh yeah, dude, make the wall sweat.
Yeah, where you just keep working out so much that you sweat so bad that you're dripping on the floor. The sweat is evaporating, condensating on the ceiling, and dripping back down on top of you.
Yeah.
So me playing PGA golf with Mad?
Basically, yeah.
Basically.
But yeah, shit like that.
I saw a drill sergeant.
I had a drill sergeant one time ask me if I was inbred and tell me I must have slept with my sister like 500 times, and I was like, my sister is 4 years old, sir.
Also, how would that make me inbred?
Let us not forget that it was a good drill sergeant that effectively fought and ended the war against the bugs, because Rico never could have done what he did without Zim.
You disabled the enemy's hand.
Zim captured
and
the brain.
Zim got the brain go. You're not. I mean, he tore up Rico's papers so he could go back in and fight.
He busted himself back down to
Down to
private.
private so he could go down and fight. It's drill instructors, drill sergeants.
But I mean, I don't know how they do boot camp anymore. Like, it's rough. When we went through like our final, it's we call it battle stations, where you do a whole bunch of simulations of different cataclysmic disasters that might occur on board a ship. And you run all over the base, and you're wearing full tactical gear while you're doing it, and carrying a bunch of sea bags with everybody's gear and equipment, and it's fucking awful.
So I think
It starts at like 10, between anywhere from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. They just come in and wake everybody up, and you start going until like through the whole day. And
to answer,
but
go
like
ahead.
at the beginning of boot camp, it sucks. By the end, it's all a joke, and you're laughing about it.
Okay,
Because
maybe
it's
in
meant
your
to harden
experience.
you?
Yeah, so to answer Eric's question, also unpopular opinion, old school drill sergeants are bad / dangerous.
Strong disagree.
I think a lot of that comes from one really good performance by Arlie Ermy in Full Metal Jacket, where they
Yeah,
think
I'm in the
because-
middle of the road on it. I think some of that needs to happen. Like, I don't think they need to be beating the shit out of people.
No, of
or
course
anything.
not. But that wasn't old school drill sergeants. How old school are we talking here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Because
but I-
honestly, the drill sergeants me and Matt had would be considered old school at this point.
Yeah, yeah.
Also,
but
to
I
be
did see a
fair-
dude get choked out, but he brought it on himself.
to,
How about the
to
one in
be-
stripes?
I was
Yeah,
going to say, to be fair,
I saw a guy get fucking like tackled and taken to the ground because he was, and this was before we were even using real guns, but we were on the fucking simulation range, and
I
he
can't-
was fucking muzzling people with it.
Yeah, I can't think of any physical workout that has ever been designed to injure people. That is like that. That is
So-
shooting yourself in the foot if you're trying to injure people.
Yeah.
So, and getting back to the Full Metal Jacket, Private Pyle deserved everything that was said to him. His lard
Yeah,
ass
I'll
was
tell you right
needed to
now.
be broken down. He was, that
Yeah.
what Arlie Ermy was doing is what he should have been doing to try to sort him into
I'll
a
tell
good
you right
soldier.
now, and maybe Mad has a different opinion, but that Jarhead scene where he says, "I got lost on my way to college" and gets his face slammed into the board, that would never happen.
Not at that point in time.
Not
I
at that
mean,
point in time.
That would have been the early 2000s.
That might have happened in
no,
like the
yeah.
70s or 80s.
Yeah, there was no. I know my father being a sergeant major. I was intimately aware of when they started, at least in the army.
That would be grounds for disciplinary action against the drill sergeant and probably being removed from that post.
Yeah, because somebody in that barracks would have witnessed it who was a little pussy and would have gone and reported.
Yeah.
So it's definitely not happening.
Now, after he said that, he probably would have been dropped and cycled until he could barely walk.
Slender, did you order the code red on Santiago?
I did the job I had to do.
I know that Santiago was a substandard Marine. As I get older, I really, really sympathize and realize that Jack Nicholson's character was probably
He was the good guy?
right. Was probably right.
Dude, that performance, it's so overlooked because of the you can't handle the truth, but my God, the delivery of that entire scene from him is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the part that I actually think is better is when he's dressing down Tom Cruise and he's like, you say things like honor and duty. Yep. Like there's some kind of thing to where I know that it's the difference between people living and dying. And he's right. He's actually a forward operating XO. There's a very big difference between that and effectively Tom Cruise's character was Lindsey Graham, a pussy ass little JAG officer, which is a guy who joined the military to have them pay for law school.
Mm-hmm.
He goes and is a lawyer, and then no matter what you see in that TV show JAG, that's not anywhere what it's like. It's like NCIS is nowhere near what that stuff is like. They're pretty much just paper pushing assholes.
Hold on. Eric Myers, that is not the expectations that any of them have. They work you in slowly. They absolutely are fully aware of you being fresh off the bus. They do not bring you in thinking that you're a bodybuilder star athlete.
Yeah, it's actually for the first couple of days. For the first couple of days, we don't even get uniforms. We get like sweats, right? And they call those guys the Smurfs because you're still in P days. And basically, while you're still in P days and haven't gone through all the medical stuff, they can't cycle you. So every time you fuck up in those first couple of days, they go, "Oh, as soon as you are out of P days, I'm gonna fuck you up." Because until you're medically cleared to get the ever-loving shit kicked out of you, they can't do it.
Well, and the point is, physical exhaustion is not injury. It's
Right,
to get
but-
you
Also-
capable of
but
more
they
exhaustion.
still can't do any of that stuff because there's always the possibility somebody slipped through MEPS, somebody didn't do it right, and they get there and they got some medical condition that hasn't been caught yet, and then you cycle them, you make them do push-ups, sit-ups, they have a heart attack and die. That's not a good look for the military. So for those first couple of days, the drill sergeants cannot, they can't motivate you that way.
Right, but what I'm saying in general is pushing somebody to the point of exhaustion is not intent to injure. It's intent
No.
to strengthen. I'm not sure if that's what he was meaning by, possibly injuring somebody, but I don't know.
Yeah, there's the only thing I know they determined might cause injury specifically to females was the 8-count bodybuilders. Specifically the part where you're in the push-up position and then you put your legs out and you bring them back in and then you go down to do the push-up.
Shit, I fractured my heel. And
Apparently,
also,
apparently something about that is bad for the hips.
I
don't know.
yeah, I had to. I was on crutches for dude. For like 3 weeks, I would march miles every day on crutches.
Yeah, I didn't break anything.
Yeah, fractured my heel, man.
I lost a fingernail once. It ripped off during one of the. We were doing a. I believe it was, what the hell is it called? Mag flooding. So
I don't remember that many people getting injured in OSUT. For me, the most injuries I saw was in my combative instructor course. Motherfucker getting their elbows dislocated and shit broke all the time, but that was an entirely different environment.
Yeah, because one of our drills was like they have a simulated magazine space on the ship where there's a whole bunch of fake weapons, like fake shells and such. And so because that space is flooding and you don't want a bunch of 5-inch shells bouncing around a space in the water, while the space is flooding, you've got half of the team on one side and half of the team on the other passing these 5-inch rounds through a porthole. And I when I was passing one through, I managed to catch my nail on the outside of it and just bend that thing right back. That was painful.
I finally watched Band of Brothers last week on the Plex server. Ross was kind of a dick.
Have you never watched Band of Brothers?
You've never watched Band of Brothers?
No, last week was the first time I watched it. I binged all the way through it.
Absolutely amazing, wasn't it?
Now I'm trying to find the one with the
Pacific
Air Force.
Don't.
Yeah, the Pacific.
Oh, the one from Apple TV. That's really good too, though.
The
that's
recent one that
Masters
they
of Air.
did.
Yeah,
Masters
on Apple
of Air.
TV.
Okay.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
I thought you were gonna try and go watch Pacific Front, and I'm like, don't bother, it sucks.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't.
It's not as good.
Yeah.
Copy your. It is 100% what they're trying to do is they want to break you down from an arrogant individual to someone who can cohesively work within a unit and chain of command.
And not
Yeah,
question.
they're not. Yeah, they're not trying to.
They don't want to.
There's all those people who are like, oh, they never broke me because I was too smart. It's got nothing to do with that.
No. By the way,
They're
up to
they're
the point
breaking
of,
down your ego.
What is past the point of exhaustion that you're talking about? I don't get it. I don't get what is past that.
I mean, we had
Also-
coaches that ran us until we puked, and they didn't stop unless we puked.
That kind of went away, at least around here, after a couple kids died of heat exhaustion. They definitely locked all the coaches from doing that kind of stuff.
Well,
I don't know if that happened in
that's another
Texas as
thing that
well.
happens in the military too. If you have black flag conditions, the amount of torture they can put you through is severely reduced because it's too hot, and you might have.
There is a
injuries.
ton of safety nets for these
There are
things.
so many controls in place for this shit.
So many controls.
Not to mention with
Like
all
I
those,
learned early on, right? Like because I got caught, I fell asleep on my watch once, in boot camp, and I mean, almost everybody does because they're giving you like maybe 4 to 6 hours of sleep a night tops, but like I got dropped, right, and I could do push-ups all damn day, but I acted like it was really hard and I was struggling with it. And the dude let me stop at 20, and I'm like, I could have done like 100 more easy. But they're trying to push you right up to your limit.
By the way, saying stuff like that is exactly the wrong thing to do. Like, I could do 100 more. Is good. You're doing 200.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say anything. I acted like it was a real struggle, and then he was like, "All right, you're good at 20," and I was like, "Thank you, sir. I apologize, sir."
And as much as even as with all they're doing, we can clearly see that it didn't take the individual spirit out of Mad, who became a beloved by the authority figures of this man's army as a scout, stealing from the generals.
attempted stealing.
Oh, we thought that was the community armor.
That was a great, hats off to you for thinking on the fly.
No, that wasn't.
We thought this was the community armor.
That wasn't me. That was all Brandon. Brandon goes, oh, sorry, man. We thought it was community reactive armor. Like, hey, if you miss it, come by, grab it.
Like, anybody needs some? There's some spare reactive armor here.
Mad, when your channel gets explosively huge, like it's meant to be, Mad's new channel, I want you to get a T-shirt that says, "Oh, I thought that was a community thing." That should be one of your levels: community reactive armor.
Fucking that asshole.
All right, now the last thing that we wanted to touch on is Donald Trump's executive order that might save Steam. Because
we're having this conversation with Eric, so I got to address the last thing too. Last one he said here, I guess a better way to explain it is, it should be tailored better for guys that can already accept orders without ego. It is.
That's how it is tailored. They become
like
corporals.
If you're already accepting orders without ego and doing everything you need to do, the RDCs aren't going to fuck with you.
And also, how can you even know that? When they come in, how do you know, wait, this guy goes to the platoon where they're cool with accepting orders. This guy goes to the platoon that they're shitbags. You know what I mean? How do you tell who is who?
Soul Assassin, dude, I've been telling Mads to make shirts for years. I joined for a shirt and got burned.
Yeah, usually by week 4, week 5, when most people have already started to figure it out, they'll start policing the people who haven't. And I mean, the drill sergeants, the RDCs, whatever they're called in your branch, they expect the people who are excelling to get everybody else up to par.
Yeah.
Like that's why
helps determine leadership.
Yeah, that's why even in the Full Metal Jacket, they did this perfect. What happened when he found the donut? He made Private Pyle eat the donut while everybody else did push-ups.
That's why Bill Murray was such a great soldier.
That exact thing happened to us in boot camp. They found somebody had a fucking a Milky Way or a fucking Snickers bar or whatever. They made him eat it at the front of the fucking formation while the rest of us were doing push-ups.
Question. If that happens, which candy bar would you like it to be to make it at least worthwhile? Like, if it's a shit candy bar?
Milky Way.
Would you feel Milky Way? Okay.
If it was a Milky Way, I'd respect it, because Milky Ways are my favorite.
What about, like, if it's a Kit Kat?
If it's a Kit Kat, you motherfucker, you better break off a piece.
All right, Snickers bar.
Snickers bar, yeah, man. I'm good with it.
It's basic, but I get it.
Butterfinger.
Caramello.
Butterfinger.
You can fuck yourself, dude. If it's a Butterfinger, you can get fucked. You.
Mounds.
No.
What the fuck?
You're getting a sock party. You're getting a fucking sock party.
He is a foreign fucking spy. Fucking.
For me, it'd be Caramello or Three Musketeers.
Three Musketeers. That's the gayest one.
We'll let this 57-year-old in our fucking unit. Fucking Three Musketeers. Get the fuck out of here, old ass man.
You don't like nougat, man?
Nougat is fine. You
nougat
don't want it all nougat.
You might have said a Charleston's old. What is it? What
a Charleston Chew?
Called? Yeah.
Charleston Chew.
I agree with Eric. Twix would be okay.
What about a Baby Ruth?
Yeah, that's fine. I figured you were just using them for a prank later. Listen,
it's
I gotta tell you this
duty.
one story. So
As
this
soon
guy,
as you said Frank, I was like, I think we've done something like that. with
Almond
Baby
Joy.
Ruth.
so
Almond, well,
I'm
Almond
gonna-
Joy is just mounds with a nut in it.
No, speaking of Baby Ruth, I gotta tell you the story. It has nothing to do with Baby Ruth, but you'll get why I said it. So this guy, was in my unit. He was like an assistant drill sergeant for a little bit right before he came to us or whatever. He was like an E6, and so he tells a story, right, and it's verified. So there was in their barracks, right, the second story latrines were out of order, so nobody was supposed to go in there.
I remember what you call it.
Yeah, whatchamacallit's good. And somebody went in there and took a shit. And this drill sergeant, he fucking calls all his fucking guys out in there, so they're lining the hall. And he goes in the latrine, he comes out holding that fucking piece of shit in his hand, and he goes, "Whose shit is this?" And fucking throws it on the fucking floor, smashing it everywhere, and just starts screaming at him, yelling at him. And then all the other drill sergeants hear about it, and they're running up, and this guy runs past them to the fucking washroom, bleaching his hand, and they were like, "Did you do it? Did you really do it? Oh my God, he did it. What were you thinking?" He's like, "I wasn't thinking. I just did it. I don't know why." Imagine the fear that your drill sergeant came out holding a fucking turd while screaming at you.
No,
And he did it out of instinct. That's the scary part. It was not a conscious decision.
I need to address Almond Joy as coconut, mounds don't. No, mounds are 100. It's a
They're
coconut
both just
chocolate
coconut.
bar.
Yeah,
The
they're both
difference is
coconut,
almond-
and I hate them
mounds-
both.
Mound is just an Almond Joy without the almond.
Almond Joys have nuts, mounds don't.
Don't,
because
yeah.
Sometimes you
So-
feel like a nut, and sometimes you don't.
Dude, your drill instructor lost his shit.
All right. I'm gonna show this real quick just because of the candy bar conversation, and it makes me laugh, and it kind of ties in. Sloth.
Oh my God.
Has extra genes from American Eagle.
They should totally do that.
That's perfect.
That would work. That would keep the campaign alive.
The best part is Robert Davi was the guy who posted this. So, yeah, that's how you keep the campaign alive. All right, now back to the the regulation that Trump enacted that could save Steam and manga and anime. So he just did a executive order this week specifically addressing.
This is big. This is really big.
So on its face, what was reported about was that this was to prevent debanking of conservatives.
Right.
But the executive order has a specific order to require regulators to drop what's called reputational risk as a criteria to deny people banking and services. Mm-hmm. Why this is a big deal is that is the specific carve out that MasterCard and Visa constantly used to get vendors like Steam to
in addition
drop
to that,
games.
it says the reputational risk clause has to go. And if you are going to put clauses like that in, or things that are similar, they have to be specific. You can't do these vague, catch-all fucking clauses that could basically apply to anything. You need to be specific.
It's basically financial institutions cannot block something unless it is illegal.
Well, not even
Now,
yeah.
the question is going to be: will processors also be included in this, or will
no?
there
They
need to be a
they
lawsuit
100%
to get them
are.
included?
No, if they are processors are a financial institution
and
under
this,
regulation in the United States.
This is a stopgap anyway, because I can't remember if it's the Republican from Tennessee or Kentucky, but they are currently drafting basically the law version of this that they're going to present to Congress.
If it's
the
Thomas
fair
Massey,
access
it's
to
going
banking.
nowhere. He's never mind. He's the worst.
Is that Thomas Massey, the fair access to
Yes,
banking?
he always does shit like this, and people don't like him so much, so no one's gonna go along with him.
Well, that sucks.
He has passed nothing. in his
I
entire
would
career.
love to see that get support, because an executive order is great until the next time a Democrat takes office and just
Somebody
undoes
else
it.
would have to bring it than Massey because he doesn't make friends.
Okay, well, I don't know anything about these people. I'm not the you're the political people. That sucks. Hopefully other people will support it. I wrote my representative and was like, "Hey, you should support this."
Yeah, everybody.
That's good to do.
Yeah, I mean, everybody online on the. Oh, well, I shouldn't say everybody. The libertarian types online.
Oh, I think
Massey.
Soul, there's a huge connection to that. Talking about Collective Shout? Yeah. They started this whole fucking thing.
Yep, they were.
I don't know that that's the reason that Trump is doing this, but it manages to fall into this category because he's more upset about conservatives getting debanked. I don't think he has any finger on the pulse of Steam and what's going on with Collective Shout.
No.
Although
but
Barron may have brought it up. Who knows?
I was going to say, between Barron Trump and, J.D. Vance, who is an admitted Magic the Gathering player, so he probably plays some video games on the side.
Yeah, I think 42.
And even if they
Oh.
don't game themselves, I could see J.D. Vance knowing that, you got to keep the gamers happy. There are, what, 3 billion gamers in the world now?
Here's what I think. I think Vance is a tabletop gamer.
I
would be
think
my
so.
guess.
Like I said, he is a self-avowed Magic the Gathering player.
Yeah.
Well, I think he used to be. He probably doesn't get to anytime soon.
Oh, you 100% know he's still playing it.
Yeah, whether he's playing or not, I guarantee you he's got a box of cards somewhere.
Brahma, he's vice president. He's not president. He can play Magic. Like, he's going.
He's
on
like,
vacation.
so 9 hours across the pond over to Europe, huh? Anybody want to play some
Can I
Magic?
bring some friends?
He's like, I have chosen my Secret Service detail based on
You're
their.
former military. You've played Magic, right? I got some decks. Let's do this.
He's like, look, how did you build your deck? I'm gonna vet you based on your deck build.
Yeah. What are your color preferences? No, not in the racist way. I'm asking about Magic.
So yeah, I think this is the debanking thing is a major issue. I do believe this was probably well in the works ahead of the Steam kerfuffle, but it is nice because this reputational risk is that broad category.
Uh-huh.
That 100% is what they're using to go after not just video games, manga, anime, because logistically, anytime you see an anime or a manga and they're in high school, they can say it's a depiction of a girl and blah 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 and ban the whole thing.
And again, this is a cultural differences thing. Like, it's a different culture over there. Like their legal ages are different. That's why they do it that way.
My issue is that they seem
How
to
come when the Middle East cultures do it, it's cultural differences and we have to respect them.
That's what I was
But
gonna
when
get
Japan
at.
does it, it's like, fuck you, Japan, you bunch of sickos. Like,
there are dudes in Europe that are casually brahming girls,
mm-hmm.
and their arguments in court are, "We've never been in your culture. We have no defense against them, so we just had to casually brahma them against their will."
Their hair wasn't covered, and once the hair is uncovered, we have no self-control whatsoever. We revert to our bestial instinct.
And this is how we roll.
What's hilarious is you never see that from an Amish person.
No, weird.
Where
right?
like, hey, in our culture, girls wear very covered dresses head to toe. And they're very, but when the tourists come by over to, buy quilts from us and these girls are wearing mini skirts, you never hear an Amish guy like, I had no self-control. She was
I just
wearing a short
can't.
skirt.
Yeah, can't
They
stop
just go and
myself.
churn more butter.
That was a great music video.
Yeah.
Davina Duckworth, I have not played Shadow Fist. I don't think. Is that a tabletop RPG or a video game? Like, I played Shadowrun.
Yeah. If only political issues could be solved with card games. I wonder how that would go.
Dude, if the
Which
card game was
political
Magic
leader-
the Gathering, I'm pretty lethal at that game.
Which political leader do you think would be? I feel like Putin would probably have a pay-to-win, no-holds-barred deck.
Dude, Japan would be doing pretty solid in those.
Japan's prime minister was like, "Can we go turn-based RPG?"
Oh, Shadow Fist is a collectible card game based on Hong Kong kung fu films and Chinese fantasy. No, but I did play Legend of the Five Rings back in the day, which is a very fantasy, very based on Chinese mythology kind of fantasy game where you command an army that's built out of the cards, and there's like, it's called Legend of the Five Rings, but it's really like five armies. There's like Crab Clan, there's like a clan that's all Naga. There's a Shadow Clan type that's more like ninjas. It was a really cool card game. I really enjoyed it, but it never took off and kind of died out. Maybe it was Japanese fantasy.
Tabletop
cool as
gaming
shit.
is interesting. In areas where you have a nice store that runs
Crane and
games-
Lion, that was the other two. I played Crab Clan, and I dominated Crane on numerous occasions. But I also never bought cards. This was when I was like 14, 15. And our buddy who was, he was like a junior or a senior while we were sophomores and freshmen. Like, he had a job, he had a car, he had all the cards, and he let me play the Crab Clan deck. And it was pretty fucking badass deck.
Yeah, I mean, turn-based is good. Oh, it looks like we've got some little gap here. Let's see. So I think we covered everything on our topic list.
Yeah, I think it's about time to wrap up. We covered several topics that weren't even on the list.
That's true. I think the appreciate again for Mads sharing his fun story. That was a little on the drill instructor segue. That was a good one. Is he back? I know he was going for a smoke break.
He said he was going for a smoke break. So Tuesdays, Matapap.
On Mad's new channel.
10:15 Eastern, 9:15 Central.
Yep.
Oh, there he is.
And,
Not this week.
Not this week.
Not this week?
We're not doing it this week.
Nuh-uh.
Okay,
are we?
so
We're not expecting a refill.
Nope. Not until
we will,
the 16th.
We will not be the YouTube equivalent of Braille this Tuesday. You will not be beamed up, so you will be beamed down on Tuesday.
Salacious.
Brahma, anything to plug?
Sunday we got the bullpen with me and little Chad. And whoever else shows up.
Would you
Talking
do
about
push-ups
politics.
for a big hunk bar? What the fuck is a big hunk bar?
Did you ever have a hua bar?
A
What?
No.
No.
It's
I
like a
had Kinder
chocolate
Buenos. Those were delicious.
I can't believe we didn't bring up Reese's cups.
Reese's
Cups.
peanut butter cups. I don't think are candy bars.
Yeah, I don't know that I qualify those
Yeah.
as a candy bar.
Like if you said a Reese's Nut Rages.
Oh, dude, the Reese's Nut Rageous and the Reese's Fast Break, they're both pretty good.
I don't know about the fast break, but Nut Rages for sure.
I like them both. That used to be my breakfast until I realized I was getting too old for that to be my breakfast. I would stop at the 7-Eleven, I'd get the big old, like, extra large 7-Eleven cup of coffee, and I'd grab a Reese's Nut Rageous or a Reese's Fast Break, and just eat that and drink my coffee in the morning while I was sitting at the gate for a fucking hour waiting to get through.
I think those are the ones that you would qualify as the Reese's candy bars, not the peanut butter cups.
Ooh, I don't want a
They're
chocolate
sold
bar
at the
with
same
fruit.
price point.
I don't like chocolate and fruit. Maybe like chocolate strawberries.
Oh, you really wouldn't have liked my house when I was little then, Slender.
Because
my mom would take a bowl and put a big bag of M&Ms in and then mix a big bag of Skittles in. So you would
What
grab
the
a handful
fuck is
and
wrong
never
with
know.
her?
That sounds
that's anarchy.
disgusting.
Your
No,
mom was so
anarchy.
high when she
No.
did that.
show's over. We're
It was actually
done.
pretty good.
A Machiavelli production. The stream's now behind, but there's no need to be glum. We'll return with more jests, with humor to come. So click that damn subscribe and let the good vibes thrive. For the next grand stream, we'll surely jive.
Ascend and I, we've charted the street with synapses sparking, hilarity you can't believe.
You brought your joy, so now you must go. But keep the party in your heart, yo. Keep the giggles, keep the banter, keep the screens delight. Until our next stream, keep the fun in sight. In this virtual voyage where streams do end, remember with Ascend and Art, we'll always fucking ascend. Oops, we forgot about Imp, he's bound to reappear. With chaos in his wake, all we can do is persevere. Are you happy now, Imp?